so evil and comfortable living feeble. All over the world, we about to go. Truth is coming out.
All praises. So what we got coming from the sports news, y'all? Coming right up from the sports news.
You got to pull it up. You got to pull it up.
Put it on the screen, y'all.
Right.
Put it on the
Lord's
screen.
will come up.
Read that.
Gervonta Davis.
Who?
Gervonta
Javante,
Davis.
that brother, he's a black man.
Right.
Tank. Changes his name like Muhammad Ali.
So, what's done aforetime is happening again. There's nothing new under the sun. Read.
What's his new Muslim name?
What is his name? So, this brother don't change his name. Let's see what he changed his name to. Hold on. You missed the most important part.
Go up. Right there.
The boxer.
The boxer recently converted to Islam.
He recently converted to Islam. Y'all see this? Now, last I checked, I didn't see the NOI go nowhere and stand up for nobody. All I saw last year, in this year, and every other year, is the Israelites standing up for our people all over the world.
Right.
And somehow, Negroes still find themselves running under the banner of Islam.
Wow.
It is.
Somebody tell me, how does that happen? Y'all know how that happens? Because they get certain benefits from doing those things.
Yes. Yep.
There's no persecution. As long as you're not an Israelite, you good.
Right. Yep.
Kyrie ain't turned. He ain't go to white man Christianity, but he got away from the Bible.
Right.
And he fine now. They still letting him play. He doing everything.
Right.
But the second you confess anything, you got anything to do with the Israelites, your whole world is flipped upside down.
Right.
Hey, Cap.
Yeah.
The other nations, they understand Islam, Christianity. They understand it's confusion.
Yep.
They understand when we label ourselves with those things, we can never become what J. Edgar Hoover feared.
There you go.
We can never unify under the name Israel.
There you go.
So they okay with you changing your name.
They fine with it. Guess what? It's actually a curse to do it. Give me Deuteronomy 28:64 real quick.
That's right.
Real quick. Because notice, y'all brought out, who that y'all brought out the week before? Don Omar? What was the rapper
Daddy
name?
Yankee, yeah.
Daddy Yankee.
He went to Caesar Bowl.
Y'all brought out, yeah. He went to Caesar Bowl.
Yeah, he a Baptist.
Now we got this brother running to Muhammad. Read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
The Lord shall scatter thee among all people. That's how you get Gervonta Davis. And Davis is not an Israelite name. Gervonta is not an Israelite name. So he already got one slave master name.
Right.
Read.
From the one end of the earth, even unto the other.
Read.
And there thou shalt serve other gods.
And once we get to this land and our various lands, we're going to serve other gods. Let's see what we're going to serve.
Which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
Read.
Even wood and stone.
Even wood, Christianity, and stone, Islam.
Boom.
Those are the two things that our people run to no matter what. It ain't never a default. If I don't go to Christianity, I'm going to go be an Israelite. No.
Right.
No.
It's if you ain't with Christianity, you're going to go to Islam.
Right.
You don't do neither one of those, you're going to be, what is it called when you don't believe in nothing?
Oh, atheist?
Yeah, you're going to be an atheist. But those are the only, they will not allow being an Israelite to be a respected faith in America. That's why they work so hard to slander us and make our name bad and sully us, because they don't want us to be a viable option.
Right.
Even though at the end of the day, we the only option. Go ahead, what you got?
You know what you never hear? Like, a lot of brothers that go to prison, right? They always come out Muslim, or they say, I found God. They come out Christian. You brothers never come out, hey, shalom, I found out I'm an Israelite.
Right.
Brothers don't, so that lets you know, even in a prison system at our lowest, they don't want it in there.
Yep.
No.
They don't want the black man to wake up even at a lower state in a prison. They said, no, don't teach that in here.
Yep.
Don't let no King James Version Bibles in this prison. They don't want that in there.
Hey, it's just like I brought out 2 weeks ago, when you're going into the class, how they give you choices. Esau give you a choice of what religion you're going to go to. Being an Israelite ain't a choice.
Nah.
That ain't a choice. You gotta somehow find it. That's why we always like, hey, how you find us?
Right.
Oh, YouTube. I was searching. You had to do a lot of stuff because they ain't gonna let us do what everybody else do. It just ain't gonna happen.
No.
How in the world is Bishop not on Larry King's show?
Right.
And on Shay Shay and on all these. How is that? the most powerful black man on the earth right now with the understanding that he's bringing out.
Right.
How is he not a household name? How is it that only what's the dude name from ESPN that finally interviewed Bishop? He interviewed him twice.
Oh, the big dude.
Yes.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
Jason
Whitlock.
Yeah.
How is it that Jason Whitlock was able to interview the bishop, but nobody else came after that? It only been C-list after that. They say, hey, don't y'all do that again.
Yep.
Don't y'all do that again.
Hey, Cap, you know why? Remember what happened with Nick Cannon?
Yep.
When he brought it out, they said, hey, you know what? Hey, man, you gotta relearn what you're talking about. They sent him to what? To the Jewish school, say, hey, read this and learn. And have a professor come in and retaught him.
Right.
Yeah, it changed his whole mindset after that.
100%. Hey, you 100% correct on that. So let's get into the article.
Gervonta Davis has chosen to adopt a new Muslim name to conclude his conversion to Islam.
Hey, and you know how that's concluded? Because that's all you do. You just change your name.
Right.
What changes when you become a Muslim?
Nothing.
They do the same thing they was doing before. Keep reading.
Following in the footsteps of a number of legendary American boxers, the 29-year-old fighter from Baltimore, Maryland, opted to begin his new journey as a Muslim and formalize his conversion with a name change in December 24th this year.
You know why he did it? That was his Christmas present. I guarantee you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this for Christmas.
He about to get a kufi. You know, when you become Muslim, you get a kufi.
Yep.
The same thing as the Jews, the Jewish white people, Amalek.
Yep.
Get that little kufi on their head.
Why y'all took it off the screen? Leave it on the screen. All right, there we go. Read that. This is the key part right here.
As a result, Davis will be referred to by his new name. Abdul Wahid.
Read.
Which translates to the slave of the one.
The slave of the one.
Bruh, you for real?
Damn.
Let's get it.
So you calling yourself a slave of the one?
Yeah. So they try to clean up and say it means servant. Okay. So he's saying he's a servant of the one true God. That's what he's trying to say. But go to so he went from Gervonta Davis to Abdul Wahid. Which is what? Hell was that? Now that's an Arab name. So he went from a a European name, Esau,
to
Arab name. That's the two. So this Bible's a true book. Bible is a true book. Keep reading though.
The revelation was made through a video posted by the fellow boxer Badu Jack on X, and it represents a massive step on his religious path. He has already been positively recognized by the Islamic community after news broke of his decision, receiving messages of support on social media.
Now, where does the support come when somebody say they're Israelite? It ain't none. It ain't none.
It's persecution.
You're going to be persecuted. That's letting you know these other religions is not real.
Right.
Just imagine if Kyrie changed his last name to Israel.
Right. Oh, man.
They would, they would change the name of the team. They would want nothing to do with that. Like,
I think they'd kick him out.
They might. Like,
so what we showing y'all is that guess what? You free to do anything else, y'all, besides being Israelite. This is letting you know also at the same time, you should be like, dang, why is everybody receiving me with open arms?
Yep.
Right.
If you're doing something that's controversial, if you're doing something that means something, people should be up in arms and mad.
Right.
Everybody like, oh, all right, cool. He a Muslim. All right. We respect Muslims. Oh, you're a Christian. All right, cool. We respect Christians. Oh, you're an Israelite? Hey, put him on the blacklist.
Yep.
Put him on the blacklist. Take all his sponsorships. He's in a hate group. That don't happen. That don't happen when you. So that's letting y'all know. All these other religions is fake and phony and false. What you got?
All right, I'll praise this. Let me get Isaiah 65 and 15.
Bring it out.
I'll praise it.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 65 and verse 15. And ye shall leave your name for a curse.
What, brother? What was his name? Abdul Wahid, right?
Abdul Wahid.
What he's doing, he's not changing his name back to what was originally given to us.
Right.
The Bible says he's changing his name to a curse, right? Continue reading.
And ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen, For the Lord God shall slay thee and call his servants by another name.
By another name, not what we were originally given, right? So let's go to Genesis chapter 32. Cooking. Genesis chapter 32, verse 28, to see what the real name that God gave us originally, all right?
The book of Genesis chapter 32 and verse 28.
Uh-huh.
And he said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel.
But what?
But Israel.
But what?
But Israel.
But Israel. All right, let's see what Israel means. Go ahead.
For as a prince hast thou power with God.
We have power with God when we're keeping the commandments in the faith of Christ, and we come back to our original name, right? Continue reading.
And with men, and has prevailed.
Right, so our true name is Israel, which means power with God, right? Prince that has power with God. And not, what was it said that?
Slave of the one.
Slave of the one. Exactly. Which translates to the slave of the one, right? So we got to come back to us knowing that we're Israel, not this.
Parlez-vous français? Oh, praises.
Hey, go to the, did we finish? Yeah, you guys can go ahead.
Yeah, can I bring something out real quick?
We're finna go for a minute. Go ahead.
Hey, can I get Daniel chapter 1, verse 6 and 7? Because the name that you changed to, that was influenced by he don't speak that language.
Yeah.
Right? He don't speak that language. So somebody, they had to give him a name and he's like, oh yeah, that sounds good. But guess what? That name means what? Slave of the one, right? And if I was going to pick a name, I'm not going to pick a name that has relation to being a slave, right? Maybe it says servant of God. No, it says a slave of the one. Okay, read Daniel chapter 6 and verse 7.
The book of Daniel chapter 1 and verse 6. Now among these were the children of Judah. Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah.
Okay.
Unto whom the prince of the eunuchs gave names.
They gave them names, read.
For he gave unto Daniel the name of Belshazzar, and unto Hananiah of Shadrach, and unto Mishael of Meshach, and unto Azariah of Abednego.
So when you look at the name Abednego, that name that was given unto Azariah, I don't know if they're able to pull it up, that means servant of Nebo.
Damn.
That's the servant of Nebo. Why? Why did he give him that name? Because he was a slave. Damn. So nobody's going to pick out a name that's going to be a slave. You're going to pick out a name that's mighty.
Right.
Not a slave name.
Damn. It's like having a name Johnson.
Where the bomb at? Where the bomb at?
Oh, yeah. Bring it up. I see you. Bring that up. Put it on the screen, man.
Don't stop, Junior.
All right. Servant of Nebo.
So,
Arabic meaning, servant of Nebo. Abednego, as a boy's name, is of Aramaic original origin, meaning servant of Nebo. Oh, praise. That boy cooking. That boy cooking over there. Cook it up. That's what happened when you at the house for 8 weeks. You get to study. All praise. Now, pull up the video now. Pull up the video. So he went from one slave name to another. Go ahead. Hey, one of y'all got y'all
Alhamdulillah, we have our brother here, Devontae. May Allah preserve him and bless
Babylon
him.
Timbuktu. Go ahead, press play. Lazikar, find a Babylon Timbuktu.
Alhamdulillah, we have our brother here, Devontae. May Allah preserve him and bless him, as many of you know. That
now pause.
Embraced Islam.
He don't know what the hell he doing.
Right.
You notice the other dude doing all the talking. He don't know what he doing. I seen this movie before. You don't know, so you let somebody else talk for you. Go ahead.
He's a Muslim, and I just wanted to talk about something that's very important and beneficial. The attribute that he chose, the name that he chose as a Muslim is Abdul Wahid, and it means the servant of the one. From the names of Allah, the names of God is Al-Wahid, the one. And that's a beautiful name. He is one, God is one. And that's the beauty of Islam. We believe in one God, we worship one God. The Lord of all of the prophets and the messengers, the Lord of Adam, Abraham, Moses, Jesus, Muhammad, every prophet.
That's cap.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, go back a little bit. Hold on, we finna tear it up, y'all. We finna tear it up.
Oh man, he said Muhammad last.
Press play.
One God, the Lord of all of the prophets and the messengers, the Lord of Adam, Abraham, Moses, Jesus, Muhammad, every prophet, the Lord of all of the creation, the Lord of the heavens and the earth. and we worship him alone. قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ. Say he is Allah, the one. He is one. Islam, it teaches us to be the best version of who we are, to try and complete ourselves, because as Muslims, we want to complete ourselves. But also, we have to help those who are around us. And mashallah, the brother, he invested in the area that he's from. We see that that's something that we're trying to do also in Philadelphia. Why? To help others that are around us. Even you, as the youth of the community, you all have a role. You guys are the future of tomorrow. You guys are going to be the teachers. You're going to be the leaders of tomorrow. You're going to be, whether it's in sports, whatever you choose in life, you're going to be the future of tomorrow. But in order to be the leaders that you can be, you have to be prepared for it. Islam blesses us. Islam allows us to do that.
All right, take it off. So, he said a lot. He said a lot.
Stop being a damn fool.
Yeah, he did.
Now, let's go back. We're going to watch it again. Now we're going to cut it up. Because I wanted to let it go through. Now we're going to cut it up. All right, go ahead.
Hey, they prideful as hell.
Mm-hmm.
All of them are.
Yep.
Alhamdulillah, we have our brother here, Devante. May Allah preserve him and bless him. As many of you know, that he embraced Islam, alhamdulillah, and he's a Muslim.
Alhamdulillah.
And I just wanted to talk about something that's very important and beneficial. The attribute that he chose, the name that he chose as a Muslim is Abdul Wahid, and it means the servant of the one. From the names of Allah, the names of God is Al-Wahid, the one. And that's a beautiful name. He is one. God is one. And that's the beauty of Islam. We believe in one God, we worship one God.
We believe in one God, we worship one God. Let's see if that's true or not. Give me that in Babylon to Timbuktu, page 45. Page 45. Let's see how many gods they worship in Islam. Bring it out. You know what you're looking for?
No, sir.
All right.
Bro.
In the meantime, can I get a precept?
ahead.
Give me Joel chapter, because
I got you.
Chapter 227.
I got you ready.
Yeah.
He already had it.
Because he said, this dude said, one God, this and that. I'm like, all right, bro, let's see what the Bible say. Come on.
The book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 27. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel.
The Lord God of Israel. He's in the midst of us. Go ahead.
And that I am the Lord your God.
Our God. Go ahead.
And none else.
And what?
And none else.
So Abdul whatever the hell you just said, bro, you're lying. The Bible ain't say nothing about Allah, one God for all nations under God. You a damn lie, bro. Read. Is it that?
And my people shall never be ashamed.
You look at him, man. Put that back up right there. He looked like, damn, I shouldn't have did this. My people shall never. Just imagine when you change your name to Israel, knowing that a prince that has power with God, bro, you're gonna be smiling.
Right.
Your whole countenance gonna change. You ain't gonna look like that after changing your name.
Right.
Hell no.
What the hell is this?
He ain't got no understanding. No, he got no understanding.
The hell is this?
He don't know what he doing.
No, hey,
now, go ahead.
Hey,
You understand?
Hey, like he was saying, man, he was naming so much stuff about names. He said he's gonna be good for the community. Like you said in the beginning, Kat, what have Muslims done for us?
There you go.
What have they done for? What's the uproar nowadays? It ain't no Muslims.
Right.
It's been the Israelites.
Right.
Uproar on every social media.
Right.
So much that we getting hit. They don't want to put up our videos.
Right.
They constantly taking our videos down. We get strikes every day.
Yep.
Every day. But then they got Muslims showing up. They got little girls twerking, all this stuff. But once again, you don't find anything in the community that Muslims doing for our people.
There you go.
Nothing. But we out there every day. Like you said, 30 days of camp in Baltimore, in Philly, everywhere you know the so-called Muslim community. Guess what? We out there preaching the Bible to our people.
That's right.
Every day. That's
Every
all I
day.
want to say. Every day.
Now, he said one God. Read that.
All right, this is from Babylon to Timbuktu, page 45.
Read it with your chest.
All right. When Muhammad was born, many Arabs were still worshiping the sun.
When Muhammad was born, many Arabs. A lot of y'all don't understand where you come from.
Right.
When he was born, they were doing what?
Worshiping the sun.
Worshiping the sun. Read.
Stars, spirits, and idols.
Stars, spirits, and idols. Read.
The Arabs possessed 360 idols.
Hold on. He said Muhammad was one.
He said one God. One God.
Read it again.
The Arabs possessed 360 idols. One for each day of the year.
Read.
Muhammad was born AD 570.
Was that it? That's all I wanted. So they worship multiple gods. How did they learn one God? When you read later on in the book, it shows you he learned that from the Bible.
That's right.
That's why when you research, the Quran means what? To recite. Everything that most of the understanding that they get, it comes from the Bible.
That's right.
Now give me that in Psalms 90, is it 96? I want 95 and 6. I want the Lord.
I got you.
They worship idols. You know what I want.
The book of Psalms, chapter 96 and verse 5.
There you go.
For all the gods of the nations are idols.
And if you didn't know, like Lahad just brought out, any nation outside of Israel, that's the God of the of the other people.
Right.
God ain't dealing with them. All the gods of the nations are idols.
Right.
And just guess what? That's what Muhammad worshiped until he tried to mimic the Israelites. Read it again.
For all the gods of the nations are idols.
Read.
But the Lord made the heavens.
But the Lord made the heavens. Understand that. Now go to Deuteronomy. I want the one in Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy 4 and 14. Let's read that.
Read out, Cat.
Because guess what? In Islam, y'all make a Hajj to Mecca to worship the Kaaba stone. You can say whatever you want. If it didn't mean nothing, why is it there and why is it so important?
You talk about worship, they be fighting to kiss that thing.
There you go. So you call it whatever you want, but show me that in the Bible. If y'all worship the one true God, why does he not say that in the Bible for you to do it?
Right.
Where's Ramadan in the Bible? Show me Ramadan in the Bible, and you tell me you worshiping the same God in this Bible.
Right.
Man, y'all ain't fooling nobody. Y'all only gonna fool dumb boxers that their doggone head don't got knocked off, so they can't think no more.
Right.
Lord's will, the brother repent, but his head ain't right. Go ahead.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4 and verse 14. And the Lord commanded me at that time to teach you statutes and judgments, that ye might do them in the land whither ye go over to possess it.
Read. I want 19.
19. Unless thou lift up thine eyes.
Lest thine lift up thine eyes, read.
Unto heaven. And when thou seest the sun.
The what?
The sun.
The sun.
And the moon.
And the moon.
And the stars.
And the stars.
Even all the hosts of heaven. Shouldest be driven to worship them.
Read.
And serve them. Which the Lord thy God had divided unto all nations under the whole heaven.
So God told us from the jump, don't worship none of those things. But here it is, your leader, Muhammad, the guy y'all called the one true prophet. He was worshiping the sun and 364 other things.
Right.
So don't try to come today and now, oh, no, we worship one God. Nah, we know the origin of it. Who can make a clean thing? Who can make an unclean thing clean?
Right.
Islam is not clean.
Nope.
Go ahead, press play on the video.
Hey, hold on, Cap. I got something.
Yeah.
Give me Psalms 106 and start at 35. Because this religion, once again, it ain't good for us, believe it or not. Why? Most High told us that's what we've been bringing out all day to show you, hey, they got 300 and plus. I'll tell you, it's probably more. They got a whole lot. But read that.
The book of Psalms, chapter 106 and verse 35.
Read.
But they were mingled among the heathen.
This is what our brother's doing. He's mingling among other nations. It's like, because they ain't his people. Ain't no way they ain't people. They don't, I'm telling you, man. They ain't our people.
Right.
Arabs ain't not our people. Read.
And learn their works.
And guess what? He's learning their works. Because that's not our history. That's not our custom. That ain't our culture at all. Worship damn rock.
Right.
Read.
And they serve their idols.
You serve their idols. This is the idols that he's serving today. Once again, I pray our brother repent. But read on.
Which were a snare unto them.
Which is what?
Which were a snare unto them.
Guess what? It's going to be a snare to him every day and all day. Why? Because he still don't know his true self. Still don't know his true self and worshiping a snare. Worshiping a damn rock.
Right.
And 300, I tell you, man, sun, moon, it's so many. Oh, man. But then he said there's one God.
One God.
Right.
So,
That's right.
play the video.
The Lord of all of the prophets and the messengers, the Lord of Adam, Abraham, Moses, Jesus, Muhammad, every prophet.
Pause.
The Lord of
You say he tried to slide Muhammad in there?
Right.
Give me Amos. Give me Amos 2:11. Well, Muhammad ain't in the scriptures.
Right.
Not as a prophet anyway. He's there as a deceiver, as a false Christ.
That's right.
How you just gonna slide Muhammad in there? He's
Stop being a damn fool.
Abraham, Muhammad, who's looking. Oh, we got him. And no, you ain't fooling us. Read that.
The book of Amos, chapter 2 and verse 11. And I raised up of your sons, and I raised up of your sons for prophets.
For prophets?
And of your young men for Nazarites. Is it not even thus, O ye children of Israel?
Hold on. Read it again. Oh, ye what?
O ye children of Israel?
Oh, ye children of Israel. That's where the prophet's coming from.
Right.
Muhammad is an Arab.
Right. He ain't Israel.
He is the father of the Arabs. Everybody know he's Arab. That's who he represents. So how you gonna sneak him in to being a prophet? Go ahead, you got something?
Hey, go to Psalms 147, verse 19.
Bring it out.
Psalms 147, 19. And you know, like Cap was showing you, this shows us that our brothers and sisters is not studied, they're not learned. They're not learned. Because you can easily, we could send young prophets out here to come combat this stuff. This is what happens when you get indoctrinated, right? Psalms 147 and 19.
The book of Psalm, chapter 147 and verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob.
Unto who?
Unto Jacob.
Unto Jacob, read.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
Unto Israel. Because last time I checked, he said the God of Abraham, but the same God of Abraham said, yo, kick that dude out of here.
Right.
Because he would not have the same benefits as Isaac, right? Read.
He had not dealt so.
Nah. Muhammad is in there.
He had not dealt so with any nation.
With any nation. He told Abraham, you better not shed a tear.
Right.
Get rid of that.
Get rid of them.
Hey, can I get one?
Yeah.
Romans 9. I don't. Nah. You like you was just saying, they not gonna be joint heirs with us. Hell nah. Get the heck. No. The Most High always made a distinction between us and the other nations. Bro, don't try to slide Muhammad in there like, nah. You ain't our people, bro. We know y'all had us in slavery, like in Joel, where he said, what he said, oh, Tyree and Zion, and what had thou to do with me? Now y'all ain't got nothing to do with us. Read verse 7.
The book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse 7. Neither because they are of the seed of Abraham.
I heard you mention Abraham. But just because you the seed of Abraham, read,
are they all children? But in Isaac,
read,
shall thy seed be called.
Bruh, that ain't you. Don't try to group that in there, bruh. We not the same people. Is it more on it? Nah, that's it. That's good.
Hey, so from there, let's pull up the first book. Let's pull up. Wait, hold on. Go back to the video real quick. Go back to the video. I want to get another point before we go to the book.
All of the creation, the Lord of the heavens and the earth, and we worship him alone.
Lies.
Allahu Ahad. Say he is Allah, the one. He is one. Islam, it teaches us to be the best version of who we are, to try and complete ourselves, because as Muslims, we want to complete ourselves.
Now,
also,
all that sound good. All right, stop there. All those. Oh, yo, I want to hear this to help those around us. Go ahead, press play.
Have to help those who are around us. And mashallah, the brother.
All right, stop. That's what I wanted. They said, as a Muslim, you're going to help those that are around you. Now, Islam ain't a new religion. It's been around for a while now. Let's see how they help those around them in the past. Pull up the first book, please. Pull up the first book. All right.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
Look, the first book. All right, read that. This is the Encyclopedia Americana. All right, come on, go to the page. Go to the page.
Is there a Muslim in there?
Oh Lord,
bruh. There's a Muslim.
Oh my God. Next page.
Oh man.
The next.
Telling you, bro, we're gonna have to put somebody out.
There we go. All right. Read the highlighted part for me.
Slavery.
What? Hold on. What word?
Slavery was due to raids of Arabs and Hamites on Negro communities.
Hold on.
What the hell was that?
The Arabs took us into slavery. That's history. Guess what? That's also Bible prophecy. Give me that in Joel. Give me that in Joel chapter 3. So what they talking about they trying to do good. The nation of not nation, the Arabs, the Muslims trying to do good to their neighbors. When we was neighbors, y'all took us into slavery and sold us to the other side of the earth.
Right.
What good was that for us? Read that.
The book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 3. And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink. Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre?
O Tyre
and Zidon.
And Zidon, read.
And all the coast of Palestine.
And all the what?
And all the coast of Palestine.
Philistia, which is what? The Arab countries, Arab nations. Read.
Will ye render me a recompense? And if you recompense me, swiftly and speedily will I return and recompense upon your own head.
Read.
Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things.
So this is what the Arabs did to us. Keep reading.
The children also of Judah.
The children of Judah. Read.
And the children of Jerusalem.
And the children of Jerusalem. Read.
Have ye sold unto the Grecians?
Have you what?
Have ye sold unto the Grecians?
What is that called? The sub-Saharan slave trade.
Boom.
That is what that is. When the Arabs sold us.
That's right.
That's why what? The brothers over there, they already got the name Abdul Wahid.
Yeah.
And over here, we got the name of what? Johnson and Tank Davis and everything else. Because they sold us unto the Grecians. But it was from the hands of the Arabs. Pull up the next book. Pull up the next book. Yeah, y'all finna get it today. What the hell you call them people? I keep thinking about the Nation of Islam, but that ain't Nation of Islam. And that's another thing. You got the real Muslims, and then you got the black Muslims.
Yeah.
Wow. That's like you got the apologetics, and then you got the real white church. Two different things. All right, this is Slavery in the Arab World by Murray Gordon. Go ahead. Read that first one.
The sale of so many slaves from different parts of Muslim Africa.
Hold on. The what?
The sale of so many slaves from different parts of Muslim.
When we were under Muslim rule, we were in a position of servitude. We were slaves. And y'all sitting up here running right back into a religion that enslaved you. It's no different than running to Christianity.
Right.
Read.
Muslim Africa, as well as from India and Java, help assure a continuing rich and varied supply of servile labor in the slave markets of Mecca.
Hold on. Where was the slave market at?
Of Mecca.
Of Mecca. So you black men running to Mecca, that's like you running to Charleston, South Carolina for liberation.
Think.
I went down to Charleston, South Carolina to make a pilgrimage to Caesar Borgia.
Dang.
That's what y'all doing, because that's where they got the biggest cross at.
Right.
Read.
Yeah.
And Jeddah. Pilgrims arriving from Iraq, Syria, Persia, and other parts of the Middle East frequented these markets.
What did they do?
They frequented these markets.
Just like the white man would come to different slave ports in America. They would come to South Carolina. They would come to Georgia.
Right.
They would go to Kentucky. Right. They would go to Wall Street. They would go to Tulsa. They would go to these different what? Slave ports.
Yep.
You had the Dutch, you had the French, you had the Spanish, you had the Jewish, you had all of them. Overseas, who did you have? You had Syrians, you had Persians, you had all the different countries.
Yep.
The same thing, different land.
Can we pull that back up?
Yep.
Read as late as 1960. Read that part right above the highlight.
As late as 1960.
As late as 1960. That wasn't long ago.
Yep.
Read.
Some Tuareg notables were reported to have sold some slaves.
So they were selling slaves in the 60s. Now they said, "Oh, we want to help our brothers and sisters."
Yep.
The hell is this? Read.
In Arabia to defray part of the expense of the pilgrimage.
So they not even 60 years ago they was selling us as slaves, and now we converting. When we start converting to Islam, probably in the 70s, 80s.
Yep.
That's just
crazy
stupid.
as hell.
Bishop had brought this out. Bishop had brought that out. Bishop Nathaniel, remember, what was it? He was showing how when they had stopped it was right before Malcolm X went to make his high.
Bring it out. You can bring it out. Go back to the picture. Go back to the picture. Read the end of that. Pilgrims arriving.
Pilgrims arriving.
Pilgrims arriving from Iraq.
Got you.
Go ahead.
Pilgrims arriving from Iraq, Syria, Persia, and other parts of the Middle East frequented these markets.
Read.
And many brought back with them newly purchased slaves.
What did they bring back?
Newly purchased slaves.
Newly purchased slaves. Islam is a slave religion.
That's right.
Go to the next one. Read that. In decades.
Okay. And decades after the slave ships sailed westward to the Americas and the West Indies, where slavery had been abolished by the early 1870s, Arab does were
Were fortuitously
I can't see.
Were fortuitously moving out of Zanzibar, Mombasa, and other East African ports, following the familiar Indian Ocean routes for the consignment of ebony.
Read.
The masters of these fast Latin-rigged ships,
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Read.
which were methodically packed in sardine-like fashion.
Hold on. So check this out. The same way the white man was packing up the slave ships is the same exact thing that the Arabs were doing. Remember, when you go into the history of slavery, when you had tight pack ships and then you had loose pack ships. The so-called Arab man did it the same exact way. Why is that? Right. Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And pull up the picture of those slave ships while we're reading this that the Arabs had, because the Arabs just designed them differently. Yep, pull it up on the screen so the people can see it. The art of dough building in Kuwait.
In Kuwait.
And we just read in the book, they used these ships to move slaves.
Damn.
Go to the next page.
Any day now.
Look at that. That is a Arab Muslim slave ship.
Damn.
For the so-called white man.
Right.
When is what's the boy name? The apologetic? He been real quiet lately. He been real quiet.
Mark Reiser.
Yes, Mark Reiser. When is he going to show this history to you?
Right.
He ain't gonna show you this history. Because they don't know about this history.
Nope. Hey,
give me that.
Can you zoom in? Can you zoom in? Hey, zoom in so you can see them. Closer. Look at that. You can't tell me that ain't no Dan Arab.
Yep.
With the kufi on, with the little dress. That's what they wore. And guess what? They still wear that to today.
To this day.
To this day. That's how you know that's them.
To this day.
Go ahead, read that.
To this day. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68.
Because some people say it ain't no history of slave ships.
Right.
Negro, please. Go ahead.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With what?
With ships.
He brought us into slavery again with ships.
That's right.
What does Egypt mean? Egypt means bondage. Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Read.
And there.
And what?
And there.
And there.
Ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Now, usually when we read that, we got to tell people who your enemy is outside of the white man. Now you seeing the Arab man is your enemy as well because he sold you off a slave ship.
Right.
Read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen.
For bondmen.
And bondwomen.
And bondwoman. Read.
And no man shall buy you.
And no man shall buy you. Now, go back to the excerpt that we was just reading about the slave ships. Yep.
The masters of these fast Latin-rigged ships which were methodically packed in sardine-like fashion with men, women, and children.
And we just read about that in Joel 3. It said they sold a girl for wine and men for harlot. Yep. All of us, the whole nation went into captivity. Read.
Maneuvered skillfully in evading the small force of British sloops charged with the impossible mission of interdicting this illicit traffic. The blacks caught up in this trade.
Hold on, the what?
The blacks caught up in this trade.
The blacks is what? The Israelites.
That's right.
It didn't say Africans. It said the blacks. Read.
Were fated to be sold in the slave marts of Arabia. Of Arabia. The Persian Gulf. The Ottoman Empire. And India.
Showing you what? We have been scattered all over the world. And guess what? Like we always say, wherever you were left as a slave, our people stayed back. Right. Some people manage to make a living for themselves. They're like, hey, I'm going to stay where I'm at. That's why we got to go to Arabia. Right. That's why we got to go to India. That's why we got to go to China. All of these different places, because there's a remnant of our brothers and sisters there. Right. The same way you would think, oh, yeah, I know they was taken to America, but they really wouldn't still be there, right? Right. We still here. Right. Somehow. The same way we still here in America is the same way they still in India. The same way they in Persia, and the same way they in everywhere else. We all over the world. That's right. All over. And guess what? We just trying to make it and blend in and follow society the best we can. And don't know that we the greatest thing that ever walked the earth. Yep. All right. Hey, Cap, you read it. Hey, go to Google and just type in Arab slave. Yep. Because we read it, but you know how people are. They got to see some pictures. Do we got you put more pictures, Cap? Mm-hmm. Hey, put up more pictures. Because I'm telling you, we read it. You know how some of our people are illiterate, you know, or they won't believe it. We got pictures for you to show. Go to the image. Now look at that. Pull up the image. Bam. That's simple. Real simple. Not only we got books to prove it, we got pictures if you can't read. Yep. Pictures. All praise to the Most High. That's why he put Google, because believe it or not, he used a white man to put Google. Yep. Hey, go to the other photo. There's more. Everything that Cat was bringing out from the book, we got pictures to prove it too. Go, go down. No, to the, I think that's it. Yeah, you got the woman right there. No, go back. You got the women there. And you got the kids there, like we was reading in the book. Yep. You got the women, you got the kids, showing you our history. It's a true book. The Bible is a true book. Yeah, Cat, that's all I want to show out. Go to the next excerpt of the book. Gotta kind of ride through these. Yeah. Read fast.
The enslavement of blacks leads to
with some juice though, please.
The enslavement of blacks leads to one to believe that they were the main victims of widespread practice of enslavement of Muslims by Muslims.
By what?
By Muslims.
By Muslims. The blacks were the main victims of the Arab slave trade. And y'all out here calling yourself Abdul Wahid. What the hell wrong with you?
I do Muhammad too.
Read.
It clearly indicates that slavery in Islam.
Read.
A religion largely free of racism.
Supposedly say largely free of racism. Read.
Struck harshly and unfairly at people with black skin.
Interesting. If it's not about race, how come black people end up in the slave? Go to the next one.
Many young castrates served as guards, messengers, and not uncommonly as confidants to their owners. Many were sent to guard the holy ground of the Kaaba in Mecca and the tomb of the Prophet in Medina.
So, young castrated men. George Washington Carver, same brother over here, he was castrated, balls taken from him. That's why if you ever hear his voice, they did the same thing over there that they did over here. Castrate our young men, put us into slavery, put us in their army, put us in their military, make us their servants, all the same things. And y'all run into them for a religion to free you? Keep going. Go to the next excerpt out the book. Read that.
African slaves played a useful role in accompanying their masters on a durous pilgrimage to Mecca, known as the Hajj.
The Hajj. Show me the Hajj in the Bible. Read.
This act is an incumbent upon all Muslims who possess with the means to carry out such a journey. Its purpose to provide Muslims with a conception of Islam as a universal religion and the consciousness of sharing common religious heritage.
Next one. Yep.
The sale of so many slaves from different parts of Muslim Africa, as well as
we already read that one. Go to the next one.
All right. Where you want me to start?
Yep. You see it? Slavery exists.
Yep. Slavery exists in every part of Arabia.
Slavery exists in every part of Arabia. Read.
Except Eden. As a normal social institution.
Hold on now. Hold on. He just said, the Arab man said, we do good to our neighbors.
Right.
That is what our religion calls us to do, my brother. My brother Javante, he does good things for his neighborhood.
Right.
Meanwhile, in America, we see Arabs on every corner. I ain't from New York, but don't they own most of the stores?
All the delis.
They own all.
They pushed out Northern Kingdom.
They did.
What community centers have they put up and set up?
Hell no.
None? What schools have they set up for us?
None.
None.
What churches have they set up for us?
None.
So Javante did more in 1 week for our people than these people been doing, and they've been having us in slavery for over 1,000 years.
Right.
So ain't nobody trying to hear what the hell you talking about.
None.
Read.
Slavery exists in every part of Arabia except Aden as a normal social institution. But I have only seen one slave market where slaves are displayed in a public place like merchandise.
Only one place where they is put out like merchandise. Normally they do it in the back. They don't do it in front of everybody. Right. Let's see where that place was at.
This was in Mecca.
Hold on. This was where?
This was in Mecca. In a narrow street called Souk El Abid.
Souk El Abid. That's the same name the brother got. You see that? Y'all don't understand.
Oh, man.
Y'all running right back to your oppressors and you think you liberating yourself.
Right. Hey, Cap, he going back to where his own people got sold.
There you go.
Because he got to go back, what they said, once a year or twice a year. But he got to go there no matter what.
Yep.
He got to go to a place where his ancestors was sold.
Go to the next one.
Racism, which as we shall later see, was evident.
It was what?
Was evident in Arab practices and attitudes towards Africans.
Jump down to 6. This is what Officer Haziel was alluding to.
That slavery persisted as long as it did in Muslim world. It was only abolished in Saudi Arabia in 1962.
In 1962, when Negroes was fighting for civil rights.
Right.
Y'all was still in the slave trade over there.
Dang.
That's why it wasn't no Muslims before that, before the 60s, because they knew they was enslaved.
Right.
It wasn't no Nation of Islam and all that going on.
Man, that's
if you went over there, they would have put you in handcuffs. Like, Negro, you ain't no Muslim. Hey, here go these chains, brother. Come on with me.
Come on.
We got another one. Abdul. We got another lost one. They would have put you in cuffs.
Hey.
The slavery.
And as late as 1981 and
hold on, 19 what?
1981.
I think Captain Kim was born before 81. So that's showing you how long slavery been around pertaining to the Arab and Muslims.
But remember Bishop brought out the article. That's not even accurate about Mauritanian. Because I think it was like, just a couple years ago, they actually put something in record that they officially, supposedly, allegedly, did away with it in that country.
In Libya right now, they still got the slave trade still going.
Yep. That was stuff all over Facebook in like 2017 where they was selling slaves for $20. Like they was still doing that thing.
So read 1981 in Mauritania, read that last line.
Owed much to the fact that it was deeply anchored.
It was deeply anchored in what?
In Islamic law.
Islamic law.
Wow.
Now, you tell me that's the type of religion you want to go into. If and you trying to leave, you trying to escape the plantation, and you running right back into another plantation. Now let's back all that stuff up with some scriptures. Give me Jeremiah 2 first, in verse 14. This is probably one of my favorite scriptures. Favorite scripture. 2 and 11. Let's start there. We're gonna read down.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 2 and verse 11. Hath a nation changed their gods?
Have what?
Hath a nation changed their gods?
Have you Negroes changed your God? Read.
Which are yet no God.
Which are what?
No God.
Which are no God. That's exactly what y'all seeing right there with Javante Davis.
Yep.
He go from, he could have had a chance to worship the one true God. Now he go to Muslims. Read.
But my people have changed their glory.
The Israelites have changed their glory. Read.
For that which doth not profit.
Read.
Be astonished, O ye heavens, at this, and be horribly afraid. Be ye very desolate, saith the Lord.
Read.
For my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters.
We forsook the fountain of living waters, which is what? This Bible.
That's right.
Understanding Christ, understanding the Most High, understanding who you are, all the prophecies, all the promises, the covenants, all of that was given unto the Israelites, not Ishmael.
Right.
You forsake all that, read.
And hewed them out cisterns.
And you hew out cisterns. You plug in and you want to go a different way. What's that? You want to go to the Nation of Islam. You want to go to Christianity. You want to be a 5%er. All these different things. You broken out cisterns, read.
Broken cisterns.
It's broke. This is a broken system. Read.
That can hold no water.
That can hold no water, no understanding. Because every time we get to the root of all of these different religions, guess who's at the bottom? The black man.
Right.
The so-called black man is always somewhere back deep. Guess where you find yourself? In slavery. And you ain't got to go that far. We can go to 1981. Dang. And if you want to be real, we can go to Libya right now and find black people in the slave market right now. Facebook Live. Look it up.
Yep. YouTube it.
Right. Read.
Is Israel a servant?
Is what?
Is Israel a servant?
Read.
Is he a homeborn slave?
Is he a homeborn slave? How is it that we can go year after year after year and we find ourselves in slavery? You can go to Rome, we enslaved. Go to Greece, we enslaved. Go to the Persian Mede, we enslaved. Go to the Assyrians, the Babylonians. Go to the Arab slave trade, we enslaved. Over and over and over again. Why? Because we left the commandments of God. It's that simple. It ain't deep at all. Go ahead. What y'all got? I know y'all got some scripture.
Hey, go to Psalms 83 because I'm looking at this. This is an act of war. Because like you brought out, the whole last year, we went into all the trenches. Right. We went into O Block, and I didn't see not a near one of them.
Nah. Right.
They didn't even come out and say, you know what? We don't agree, but you know what? We like what you're doing. Right. Some kind of support. We went in the trenches where, according to brothers, which right now to this day, they still lighting them up and killing them on those streets, right?
Yep.
We march in solidarity, and we seen all the oppressed of our people come out and support. But where was Abdul Rahman Babrim? He was in the corner store making pork deli sandwiches for our people.
Right.
Psalms 83. Start at verse, I think it's verse 4.
The book of Psalms, chapter 83 and verse 4. They have said, come and let us cut them. Verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
That's what they're doing right now, because here's the crafty counsel. This is a big name in the sport of boxing. He has a big name, right? Go ahead.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
So the whole objective is, you know what? We need to get him on our side. Right now, we got this whole Israel and Palestine. What's something we could do to damage the movement of the Israelites, right? Come on.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
We got it. Let's just remix this because we've done this so many times. Because like the article said, many African-American boxers. Who's that? That's Judah.
Yep.
Let's go attack Judah. Read.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
That's the whole goal, because they realize Bishop is a powerful man. They realize this movement is gaining steam. So you know what? Let's capitalize off of this and let's go get one of these big headliners, right? But who are these people that do this? Jump down to verse 6.
Verse 6. The tabernacles of Edom.
We know Amalek is against us.
Right.
Jonathan Greenblatt.
Right.
We know that for sure. But who's right behind him?
And the Ishmaelites.
And who?
Right.
And the Ishmaelites.
Abdul Wahid.
Right.
This is an act of war by doing this to this brother.
There you go. 100%. 100%. Hey, y'all. It's 8:56. Unbelievable. We only got to 2 articles today, y'all.
Damn.
We had to bring it out, though.
That's right.
We had to bring it out. If anybody, you still talking about you Muslim,
right?
You worship Islam and you Nation of Islam, hey, y'all need to leave that. Y'all need to leave that. We pray our brothers repent. And this is not out of hatred.
Right.
I pray y'all understand this is not out of hatred. Guess what? The same way we bang on Christianity, the same way we gonna bang on Islam, the same way we gonna bang on these false Greek letter organizations.
Right.
The same way we're going to bang on these Freemasons. The same way everything that comes against the knowledge. Give me that real quick in 2 Corinthians. Real quick. It's not personal, y'all. This is business. We out here to save souls.
Right.
We out here to save souls.
2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations.
That's what we got to do. We must cast down all imaginations, whether that be you a Muslim, whether that be the white man is your Jesus, whether that mean you can celebrate your birthday, whether that mean you can have girls kissing girls, whatever it is. Read.
Casting down imaginations and every high thing.
Read.
That exalted itself against the knowledge of God and bring it into captivity.
We got to bring all those thoughts into captivity. Read.
Every thought to the obedience of Christ.
Everything gonna fall in line under Christ.
That's right.
Everything gonna fall in line with Christ, with the understanding of this Bible. The same way every knee gonna bow, everybody gonna acknowledge that this book is a true book.
Right.
And that if it ain't coming out of here, it ain't what you're supposed to be doing. And unfortunately for my brothers that's in the Muslim religion, what y'all do is not in the Bible.
Right.
It ain't in there, so stop doing it.
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word